Hello, welcome back to a video where I'm going to go over a chart, WHLM to be specific, and gap up short day trading penny stock strategy that comes around once or twice a week, but it has a big percent gain or return for a small account. So if you're looking to grow a small account day trading, I'm just going to provide a simple strategy that I like to use and follow that I think you all can learn a lesson from. So let's look at the chart for WHLM, that's the ticker, on my Thinkorswim platform, where as we can see on the 1 year 1 day chart, which means every candle was 1 day of price action. Yesterday was a big red day, similar to this day, where it spiked up to a high of almost $13 a share, but recently pulled back. So with that knowledge, a gap up in the chart is when the stock closed at a previous price around $6 by this red line, and it was able to open higher around $9 the next day. So with that being said, that creates a gap in the chart right here from the previous resistance or closing price to the opening one, which is a lot higher than what it should be priced in as. So despite any catalyst or whatever, the stock was able to go from this red line to which I charted to doubling the price to, remember earlier I said almost 13? Well, again, it almost went to 13 but pulled back. So in the same day, you take a short position, which is where you want the stock to go down to make money, because you notice the gap reversal and how the stock was really supposed to be around 6 and now it's at over $10 a share. So looking at the pre-market action early, it went to almost 13, pulled back, went up, retest, spiked back down. So once it went up, came back, twice it went up, came back. So now it's opening around 8 as a support, and the third time, which is the only time to really take a good entry, was the last spike near market open between 9:30 9:40 to take that short position around the red line here at $10 a share, and you're going to aim for almost this entire stock to retrace from this resistance, aka the ceiling, all the way to that previous closing price. With that being said, you can make a little plan on a position size calculator, shorting the stock at $10 a share, aiming for $2.50 a share to 7.5, but ultimately you will take a stop loss if it hits 11.1. Why 11.1? Well, I just felt it was above 10. It was a good dollar share above. So with that being said, on a $12,000 account, you can take a 218 share position, make it 200 for even numbers if you want. That'll do it if you want to risk to 11.2. And you have a pretty good risk to return ratio of a 2.0. So if all executes and you get the shares to short, usually on a hard to borrow stock like this, you'll have to pay a nice commission. I wasn't willing to make that commission and trade, but if you're willing to pay the 20, 30 bucks under a broker to get the shares to short, you can short at 10, stop out at 11, which clearly never hit during the middle of the entry day, as 10 proved to be the ultimate resistance. And like we said, 7.5 was our target price that literally hit before 11 o'clock. So that means you can have made a 25% return using simple math in about 90 minutes. What other strategy provides this much of a percent gain in such little time with such accuracy? I don't know. That's why I like the gap up short. The only issue I have been facing is just getting the shares to short. But with a good broker like I have, I think I'll find the shares 10 out of 10 times, 9 out of 10 times, and then just reserve them. I would say reserve them earlier, like around 9. Get them here because you might figure if it's pumping up towards the open, anywhere above or at 10 seems to be ideal for shorting because of how easy it goes back down. From here, went from almost 12 to 8 within a little bit of an hour. Here, it continued to descend, and as we can see, from 10 to closing at 7, that's a 30% move in 1 day, and that's all you have to do. Keep it simple, keep your risk management and position size calculator with you, and just make the trade. That's all it is to it, for a great return on a simple strategy that I detailed in this video on WHLM. With that being said, I hope you all learned a little lesson, and till next time.